What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. Cyclones will put it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will take the field first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Finds a man on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Makes a grab over the middle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's got him. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football all week.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Arizona State 7, Iowa State 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Iowa State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Rush is on him. On target to the left. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play. And a first down just outside the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Catch in the middle, it's Grimes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Cyclones have taken it inside the 20. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Cyclones!
Really nice job that time by the quarterback, getting that passing touchdown. You know that's going to really help the confidence of not just him, but his play caller and teammates as well, knowing, hey, we can have success in this game, airing it out.
And he added the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Poe. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
It's caught downfield. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Vaughn. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to swing it on second down. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Tulane is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in New Orleans for some time. They're up 14 over Rutgers. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the left. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends, because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Back to pass. Got him downfield. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Sun Devils are flying down the field. On the ground, it's Poe. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now.
Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and then himself, and they put points on the board. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's French. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Vaughn. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. First down.
Give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Wide open spaces. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Cyclones decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. On the run, it's Pope. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Got his man on the right. That's a 20. He's got space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Hauls it in. Still on his feet at the 45. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Toss sweep to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. It's a running route, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's French. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Daly. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. And the Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cherry. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finds some room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Iowa State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage in the back end defensively.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far at Ames. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces.
On the set.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Leads it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Grimes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And this guy stood in the pocket and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure and down he goes at the 33.
You know, one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Got out of trouble and throws. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Quarterback adapted. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Sun Devils are facing 3rd and inches. He's got his man. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Poe. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Sun Devils are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona State. This This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Find some fresh air. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Cherry. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the gun, running back gets the give. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Cyclones can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Touchdown, Cyclones! The offense cashing it in on that drive. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. was effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man to the left. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it in the middle. It's Cherry. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. They're going to run it. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The option look. Quick toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Going to run it. It's Poe. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the... 6.
36-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw at Satterfield. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They'll run this play from the pistol. Defense looks as if it's coming. They're going to ride this running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. Now on the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
On the ground. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, oh, he's got some space. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Alexander. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships, and how do you seal a game?
Unleashes one deep. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you can possibly do.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. To the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Makes the grab. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 10, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Arizona State. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on 4th down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, bat the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Going to sling it on second down. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
This offense has it with really good field position. To the air. It's Satterfield. It's complete on the right side. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Pocket breaking down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No.